Welcome to Hood Champion Boxing and Sports. Please like, subscribe, become a member to the channel. Follow me on all social media platforms if you enjoy the content. Hey, yo, what happened to that video that Claressa Shields did on The Breakfast Club? I was looking for it last night. You know what I'm saying? Last night I went and I looked for it because I never watched the whole interview. I just saw that 14-minute clip that's circulating on YouTube. I didn't even check YouTube to see if it's still there. But I know last night I was like, damn. I saw the one where she's talking about her music, but I didn't see the full interview. Like I'm like right now, I'm looking at Netflix right now. That shit was taken down. Like, you know, I'm looking up here. I just don't see it, man. I don't know why. Well, I have an idea. But it's just a trip that it was taken down, like the Claressa Shields interview. Now, if I'm missing something, somebody tell me. But what this tells you is they ain't playing. Somebody ain't playing around with the stuff that's being put out. And somebody may be getting tired of Claressa Shields. Now, it could be her own team now who's saying, hey, that interview needs to come down. You know, that's what it could be. They could realize, hey, she went overboard with what she was saying. It could be someone from Netflix who felt like, hey, Charlemagne, you got a little bit too deep into the weeds and you said a little bit too much. You know, it doesn't take much to make Claressa Shields talk. All you gotta do is give her a hookah and a goddamn shot a wild turkey, and she will talk. So it just blew my mind. But this just goes to show you that there are people paying attention. And again, for those people who are suspecting, oh man, Laila Ali must have served something to Netflix. Listen, I don't know. I doubt that. I doubt that 100%. I'm going to tell you what I think. I'm going to think Claressa Shields and her team, even they realize you need to hold your horses and stop taking it to the stupid. That's what I think. Because that interview was crazy. And, you know, I did a video on it. You know, it's out there already. It's on my channel. So that clip where she was talking about Laila, I have it. You know what I'm saying? It's on my video. It's not going anywhere. So if you haven't heard it, you can just go on my channel and look it up. But I do think people are sitting back saying, all right, you're getting carried away. And the one thing for sure, because we talk about it on this channel, doors are not going to open up for anybody who's out here being very disrespectful to the world, to their colleagues, and especially when it comes to, you know, the greatest of all time. You know what I'm saying? And this is a good example. And even if it was something internal to her team, that means even they say, you know what, we really trying to move you in a different direction. We want for companies and sponsors to say, hey, we want Claressa Shields to be the face of our organization, of our institution. Like, that is the goal. We're never going to get there if you keep going on interviews saying these kind of things and acting this kind of way and talking about how you're in shape. And you know when you're in shape in the bedroom, nobody want to hear about that. You know what I'm saying? Nobody want to hear about someone who licking the coochie, who eating the groceries. They don't want to hear about that shit. Let me tell you something. Could you imagine Nike? Let's just say Nike said, you know what, we got this girl here, kind of interesting dynamic. Black woman, come from a very rough background. Everyone knows the trauma with her as a child. I don't like talking about that stuff because I joke a lot in my videos, but I don't joke about that shit. Like, that's serious shit. So you notice I never talk about it. I kind of skip over it. But what I will say is, had been through some stuff in life, right? Olympics, got them gold medals, kicking ass in boxing. Imagine if they said, you know, we want to take a chance on her. We want to roll the dice on this, the GOAT. Her and her team and her man. Sorry, I almost laughed at my own joke. Imagine if they wanted to say, we want to get behind her. Give her a shoe, give her some athletic apparel, just have her do a few commercials. And then she goes out here and she says something again about, because I got that lobster tail, I look at that ass, I got that pee, I got that butt, I got that, look at me, my neck, my back, lick my something and my crack. Who licking the coochie? They don't want that. They don't want that, man. It's too much of a risk. Could you imagine Claressa doing an interview wearing, say, Jordan apparel, right? And all of a sudden she starts talking about, who licking the coochie? Man, please. You see what I'm saying? There you go. She won't even be finished. She won't even make it out the damn interview. Somebody gonna come in there dressed in all black with a black hat, black shades, and won't be papoose with black gloves on, trench coat, secret society, swoop right in there and snatch that shit off her. Leave her there. And whatever undergarment she have on, looking crazy. Asshole naked. Be like, you ain't gonna come out here and do this shit and think this is gonna go out and make us look bad. And I'm being real. So it looks like maybe her team, maybe they're the ones that's like, we got to do some damage control here to try to get her as close as possible to signing some signature deal. But I'm going to tell you this, and this ain't even the content creator in me, the guy who jokes on here. This is who I am, and I'm about to talk very serious. I am telling you, whole person concept matters. You know what I'm saying? When you inundate the world with a bunch of toxic actions, behavior, they see your mentality as toxic. When they look at you and they see you as toxic, we already know Claressa Shields got a little Sesame Street and an Oscar the Grouch. When they see you as a walking garbage can, right? Because that's how they see it with the mentality and the toxicity and all the nonsense, right? They can't take you serious. And it doesn't matter how effective you are, what you do. This is for anybody, whatever your occupation is. You will never be able to achieve your true potential until you work on self. You know what I mean? You got to look at yourself. And you got to be able to hold yourself accountable. Don't look to people to validate you. Forget them. They don't matter. There's only one person you got to deal with. Day in, day out, until the day you die. It's not even your children. It's yourself. Children come after. But children are actually the number one priority. But as far as you and what you're doing, you got to look at yourself. You got to look at yourself. You can't look at nobody else to try to help you do this, help you do that, because they can sit there and lead you to water. They can't make you drink. So you have to want to make the change. But at the end of the day, when it comes to her team and Claressa Shields, they're trying to get her somewhere where she just mentally doesn't seem to know how to get there. So I don't know what's going on. We already know Claressa Shields can fight. It doesn't make sense to talk about it anymore. Like, we know that. That's understood. All right? But trying to solve for exes, where's she going? We don't know. Maybe she's going to keep asking the question, can you tell me how to get... That could be what it remains. You know what I'm saying? Or she could come out here, say, you know what, I'm going to start kind of listening to what people are saying, and maybe I need to look at myself. Maybe I need to watch what I'm saying. Maybe I need to forget about these viral moments. You know what? Claressa has such a spotlight on her right now that, of course, the Netflix shit was taken down, right? But she has such a spotlight on her. If Claressa were to go out here and do a public speaking engagement about the fire inside that she has to this day and tie it all into her movie. Don't talk about the movie, but just talk about the title of that movie is A Fire Inside, and that's what I still have in me, that fire inside to be great, and this is what it took for me. But don't just sit there and do like an impromptu kind of thing. No. Extemporaneous. Prepare that speech. Prepare that presentation. Have that shit sanitized by a bunch of brilliant minds and say, okay, and rehearse it. And then when you go in there and you do your presentations, it could come off very professional and it could be very impactful. And it would go viral. because we're not used to seeing Claressa Shields do those things. And this is my thing. If anyone, I know Claressa Shields watches my videos, right? Claressa, if you're watching this, we know you can go viral for all this other bullshit. And if you're doing these things that I'm talking about right now, and you're like, well, I do this and I do that, but see, I don't let y'all know that. Well, then you're stupid. You should let us know that. Same way you let us know about the bullshit and who eating the groceries. You understand? Let us know. Because I'm out here, I talk boxing. I talk about you quite a bit. I'm always coming up with a different topic, spinning the conversation in different ways. If you are doing something, let me tell you, there's one content creator out here who you probably should be like shooting little things to. That's me. Because I'm not going to add bullshit to it. If you're doing something positive, if I don't know about it, I can't talk about it. But if you're doing something positive, I'll talk about it. And believe you me, you don't need me. But it'll give me and these other content creators something to talk about. But I will talk about it. But we just don't get anything. And you'll go viral. You're going viral anyway. But start going viral for some positive stuff if you're doing it. Because that's the only way y'all gonna get to what you keep talking about, especially lately. About, your brand and sponsorships and big deals and this. You'll never get it. Never gonna get it, never gonna get it, never gonna get it, never gonna get it. You go Vogue around here. You ain't gonna never get it. Rest of the GOAT, start calling you Vogue. That shit tripped me out that interview disappeared, Then I'm wondering about Charlemagne. Charlemagne, he got caught up in the hype, didn't he? Man was sipping the sauce. I'm sure there was a conversation. I don't know at what level, but I'm sure there was a conversation. And they were like, listen. Because look, I can't find it. If someone finds it, tell me, and I'll say, hey, I was wrong. I looked, not just me and 30 other people. We were wrong. We couldn't find it. There's like 34 people who contacted me because I didn't even, last night I looked. Nobody told me anything. I just looked for it last night after I got off my live. And I was like, let me watch it because I never watched the whole interview. Because they said, she said something basically about the interview, saying that people are still lying on her. And they were saying it's me. Some people said, no, she wasn't talking about you. So I was like, let me go look for myself. I couldn't find it. You know what I'm saying? So then this morning, boom, my cell phone was just inundated with all kind of notifications. I'm like, what the hell is this? And they're like, oh, it's been taken down. And who took it down? Do you know who took it down, Hood? I'm like, I don't know. I'm out here goddamn, making breakfast for my sons. I don't know what the hell going on. I was like, but I did notice last night. I thought it was me. I'll be honest with you. I'm not, when it comes to doing all that research for all that, I'm not thorough because I don't care. Yeah, I got, my attention span, you got a good 45 seconds to a minute, me looking for something because I don't like wasting my time on that bullshit. You know what I mean? I'd rather be reading or doing something or getting ready for it. There's always something for me to do than sit here looking at some shit on TV, on YouTube or Netflix. I don't care about that. I make time to watch boxing on the weekend. Outside of that, I don't care. But I did notice, I'm like, all right, I ain't going to look no more. I spent about maybe 5 minutes. 5 minutes. And then I started that feeling anxious, like, you're wasting time on this. I make an effort not to get caught up wasting more than like 5 or 10 minutes on this bullshit. I just read, but I'll read, but I don't watch videos. I ain't got time to watch all that. Unless I'm driving, I'll let it play and I'll listen, but I just feel like you're wasting your life being on the social media. But old Charlemagne, I wonder if he getting some pressure, man. Anyway, we're going to see what's next. I'll talk about the other stuff tonight. I just want to push this out here. I may have to take my son to his basketball practice. He normally rolls with his buddy and the coach. I may take him out there tonight, so we'll see. But that's my question. What the hell is that interview? Can't be out here talking about, you can't be out here talking about, you already know what I'm going to say. You just can't do it. And I think there were some consequences like, hey, we need to stop. But if y'all think Claressa Shields can still go on there and make gazillions of dollars, let me know. And I want to make sure I make this abundantly clear. I'm not saying that I don't think Claressa should go on and make a lot of money. I root for everybody not even boxing, in life. I hope everybody goes and makes a lot of money and is successful, man. What, only a cornball would say, I hope this doesn't work out. Nah, that's cornball shit. I hope things do work out for her. But I'm telling you from my experience, when I watch it, they ain't gonna get there. She may get some low-hanging fruit. She may get to first base. But she ain't gonna hit no grand slam. She ain't gonna get no RBIs and shit. You know what I'm saying? Ain't gonna happen. Attitude is everything. How you treat people, everything. Relationships, everything. Networking is everything. It's just not gonna happen. And if she does go a different route, an unconventional route, and able to make some of that Wu-Tang cream, cha-ching, ching, dollar bill, y'all cool. Whatever. I mean, she was assertive. She found a way to win. She got some hustle in her. You know what I'm saying? You got to do it. But I'm just telling you right now, the more traditional route, it ain't going to work out. There are people who have a lot of respect for different athletes out here in the world. And when you start going at them, they will never tell you. They will close doors on your ass. And over there on Netflix, I don't know what happened. If Claressa's team requested it was taken down, if Netflix said, hey, nope, this is way overboard. We're going at certain people here. We're not going to do that. Charlamagne, you came and you said something. This isn't how we want our platform represented. We're going to take this down. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what happened. I just know that shit ain't there. So if any of y'all out there can get your goddamn Matlock on and solve the case, y'all let me know. But right now, I can't find it. Ooh, somebody in trouble. And it ain't me. Make me a coffee and get ready to take my son up out of here. In the break.